Organic acai has very high levels of antioxidants and essential nutrients that help keep your immune system strong. Organique acai premium blend and freeze-dried capsules daily to help increase your resistance against harmful viruses. Keep yourself and your family healthy and protected with Organique.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Organic Acai Premium Blended Freeze-Dried Capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
May dagdag na paraan laban sa COVID-19. Together, we can be the Solusyon Plus. Bida Plus sa maayos na daloy ng hangin. Bida Plus sa maikling pisikal na interaksyon. Bida Plus sa pagsuporta sa bakuna. Bida Plus sa mga kwento ng kaligtasan sa Bida Barangay. Sa dagdag na pag-iingat, maraming buhay ang maliligtas. Bida Solusyon Plus laban sa COVID-19.
Of all the tough decisions you have to make today, your family's health doesn't have to be one of them. Not when you have the choice to go organic and live full, natural, and holistic lives. So start your day right. Load up on antioxidants. Choose only organic superfoods. And keep the momentum going. We're making it easy for you. Live organic, choose organic. It's easier than you think. Mahalagang paalala, ang Organic Acai Premium Blended Freeze-Dried Capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Previously on Wellness
because
Wednesdays.
radiation and stuff. So is that the same kind of radiation that will cause? For those of you who don't know the game yet, what you're gonna do is we're gonna display a statement and then comment kayo.
Wellness Wednesdays with Organique. We care because you matter.
Hi, good afternoon, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday with Organique. Thank you so much for joining us again this afternoon. So this week, as you very well know, It's the first week of August now, and August is the National Breastfeeding Awareness Month. So, yung National Breastfeeding Awareness Month is really talking about yung childhood nutrition and as well as yung mga benefits for the mother. And we're so excited to be talking about that here today. We have a very special guest. But before we move on to that, my game for it. So with our game, you can go check us out on our Facebook page at Organique Inc. And then it's four letters for one word and also four pictures as our clue. So what is this word? Now, those of you who comment the correct answer, my chance gonna for a prize for an Organique Acai gift pack. And we'll be announcing winners at the end of the episode this week. And we'll also be sending out all of your packages. So I hope that you guys will participate just in time for ECQ. For, you guys have a little something special for ECQ.
Organic acai has very high levels of antioxidants and essential nutrients that help keep your immune system strong. Organic acai premium blend and freeze-dried capsules daily to help increase your resistance against harmful viruses. Keep yourself and your family healthy and protected with Organique.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Organic Acai Premium Blended Freeze-Dried Capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
May dagag na paraan laban sa COVID-19. Together, we can be the Solusyon Plus. Bida Plus sa maayos na daloy ng hangin. Bida Plus sa maikling pisikal na interaksyon. Bida Plus sa pagsuporta sa bakuna. Bida Plus sa mga kwento ng kaligtasan sa Bida Barangay. Sa dagdag na pag-iingat, maraming buhay ang maliligtas. Bida Solusyon Plus laban sa COVID-19.
Hello? Okay, we had some technical difficulties with our audio kanina, but let's try again. So again, happy Wellness Wednesday and welcome to this week's episode of Wellness Wednesday. So if you didn't catch what I was saying kanina, we have here our Facebook game, which is very much related to yung topic this week. So if you go check us out at Organique Inc., you can guess the game. It's 4 picks, 4 the hint, one word. Word is also 4 letters. And then comment on the post para may chance kayo to win an Organique Acai gift pack just in time for ECQ. Now, to jump right into today's topic, we have here our special guest, si Dr. Michelle Dado. So si Doc Mitch over here, she is an obstetrician gynecologist, and she is also a digital thought leader as well as the secretary of QC Medical Society. So Doc Mitch is going to be talking about breastfeeding this week, as it is Breastfeeding Awareness Month in August. So Doc Mitch, hey, how are you?
Hi, good afternoon, Louisa. I'm good, and I hope everyone's actually safe at home. And then, if you don't have anything to do, just stay at home, please.
Yeah, I agree. Delta is really out there. That's why we're going back into ECQ, into lockdown.
Yes.
But I'm glad, Doc Mitch, that compared to the first ECQ and even the second MECQ, my higher rates of vaccination. So we're getting there. We're getting there.
True. And let's all pray for that.
Yes. This will end eventually. Pero ngayon, we still have to stay at homes and do our part as responsible citizens.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Okay. Yeah, so Doc Mitch, so let's just dive into today's topic. So, National Breastfeeding Awareness Month. So, why is it so important for us to have a breastfeeding awareness month?
Okay, Luisa, it's very important because breastfeeding is the cornerstone of a baby or a young child's survival, nutrition, and development. And it also actually helps in ensuring that the maternal health of the mommies are much, much better in the long run. So it's very important. It actually decreases mortality rate of babies. So breastfeeding is really is I think it's a very important foundation to all of
Mm-hmm.
us being healthy in the future.
Wow. Okay. So, besides mortality rate, so yung deaths sa babies, what are the other benefits that we can see sa breastfeeding that's very important for us to spread during this awareness month?
Okay, so we can actually divide the benefits into two parts. First, let's discuss the benefits for the babies. Okay, now breast milk contains vitamins, proteins, and fats that are really needed by our the baby in his or her growth. It's actually it's easy to digest compared to formulas. It contains antibodies that actually fight both viruses and bacteria. It decreases the risk of allergies, of asthmas, and for those actually babies who are breastfed continuously for 6 months, this decreases actually ear infections, colic, diarrhea, and a lot of other diseases like respiratory diseases. Lalo na ngayon, it's very important na we make sure that our children grow up healthier because we don't know how long this COVID virus will stay. Okay, so it's best to actually now set the right foundation to be able to assure that the future of our generations will be healthy.
Mm-hmm. And I think, sometimes it's a blessing in disguise yung work from home ngayon because mommies are really with their babies and they can really be there to breastfeed them.
Exactly. And then another other benefits of breastfeeding for babies. Of course, studies have shown that babies who are breastfed have higher IQs. Okay, they're
Oh.
smarter. They're smarter. Their EQ is better because of the bonding that they have with their mom. So babies who are breastfed feel more secure. So they have better, I guess, self-esteem. So they feel loved
Mm-hmm.
more. Okay, and then babies who are breastfed also do not gain a lot of weight. So because of this, as an effect, this decreases their chances of developing diabetes and obesity also in the future.
Explain to us, ano ba yung differences between breast milk and like cow's milk or formula milk?
Okay. Kasi the formula milks, actually they're trying to develop the milks now to mimic, okay, to mimic breast milk. So this is actually a sign already na alam natin na talaga breast milk is still the best kasi even the large pharmaceuticals now are trying to create milk that simulates or are very similar to breast milk. Now, the breast milk actually contains what is needed by the baby. Okay, so mommy knows best kung ano pinaka okay para kay baby. So it contains the right amount of fats, the right amount of proteins, and nutrients that are needed for very good development and growth of the baby. So it also does
Mm-hmm.
not contain a lot of sugars that make the babies now prone to excessive weight gain and development of chronic diseases in the future compared to
Mm-hmm.
formula milk. I'm not saying that the formula milks are bad, okay? I'm just saying this is a better choice if you can breastfeed and if you and your babies are eligible to breastfeed, then go ahead, breastfeed.
Mm-hmm. So, Doc, bakit wala nung benefits for like all those benefits? How come it's not in the cow's milk or yung ibang types of milk?
It is naman, meron naman, kaya lang hindi siya kasing potent. So let's just say the breast milk is the most potent compared to all the preparations eh. So meron din naman yung mga milk formulas pero they don't cater to the specific needs talaga of the baby eh. So yun yung
Mm-hmm.
pinaka-edge talaga ng breast milk eh. Kasi
Oh, I see.
it's all natural, 'di ba? It's all natural, walang synthetic whatever preparation is. So again, mommy knows best.
Mm-hmm. And then speaking of moms, doc, so what were the benefits for the mothers?
Okay, for the mothers naman, first, if you exclusively breastfeed for at least 6 months, it helps you lose your pregnancy weight faster. So, mas mabilis pumayat kasi yun ang concern ng mga mommies, di ba, after delivery, oh no, I have a lot of, baby fat or pregnancy fat that I can't seem to lose. So, breastfeeding will help you lose the weight that you want to lose, okay? So, next, the hormone that actually helps in the milk letdown, which is specifically oxytocin, helps your uterus contract, and in the long run, it decreases possibility of postpartum hemorrhage. So you don't bleed a lot after delivery. Okay. So, it also lowers the risk for depression. Why is this so? Kasi may bonding kayo ng baby. You feel needed eh. You feel like you still have a purpose, because a lot of mothers who experience postpartum depression, they feel kasi separated from the babies na, from their babies being totally dependent on them for the 9 months that the babies are inside their womb. All of a sudden the baby's outside in a separate person, so they feel like they lost something. So now breastfeeding will actually bridge this gap, and the mother feels more loved also because of the unconditional love that the baby gives, and she feels like she's needed and she's wanted and she can give more. And then also for mothers, this also decreases the risk in the long run. The longer you breastfeed, the higher the chance of it protecting you from certain diseases or certain cancers like breast cancer, ovarian cancer, osteoporosis. It also, what do you call this, saves money and time. Kasi 'di ba, when you're
Mm-hmm.
breastfeeding, you don't have to buy all these bottles, tapos you don't have to buy all these milk formulas for your baby. So, ang kailangan mo lang investan is your health. Diba? So,
Mm-hmm.
also, it actually is a very good way of family planning. For if you're exclusively breastfeeding, for the first 6 months of you giving, from the time that you gave birth to the next 6 months, it's a very good family planning method. So, yung lactation amenorrhea method, it actually helps decreases the chance of you getting pregnant again. So yun yung mga basically mga benefits for the mom.
Mm-hmm. So, Doc, we have a question here from Itself Files, if you don't mind reading it.
Yeah. Itzel, okay, masama po ba talaga mag-breastfeed kapag bagong ligo? Hindi. Okay lang. Anytime, actually, pwede kahit hindi ka naligo or bago ka ligo. It's okay to breastfeed, Itzel.
No, I think, Doc, maybe there's a little concern.
Okay, there's another question. Would you want me to answer this already, Luisa?
Actually, I wanted to refer back to the other question. So, Doc, I was saying, I think maybe there's a little concern regarding, germs with the baby. Maybe if I'm not bagong ligo, it's going to be a bit unsafe for the baby. So, what can you say about that?
As long as before you breastfeed, make sure that you clean your breast, wash, and then you can wipe it. Make sure that there's really no chemical on the breast. Then it's okay, no problem.
Oh, okay. And then, so the next question here is, Doc Mitch, does the size of the breast affect milk production? This is from Venus.
Nope. Okay, milk production is actually dependent on the demand. Okay, so the more the demand, meaning the more you breastfeed, the more frequent you breastfeed, the more you produce milk. So it's really a law of supply and demand. So whether maliit ang breast mo or malaki ang breast mo, pag maganda ang demand, madami kang milk na ipoproduce.
Mm-hmm. And then, so we have here another question. So, Doc, this is your turn.
Okay, it's my turn. Okay, so it's L again. Ano po ang dahilan kung bakit humihina ang gatas ng mommy? Okay, there are a lot of reasons kung bakit humihina ang milk production. Number one is stress, okay? Especially in this time of pandemic, 'di ba, we are all stressed for one reason or another. Number 2 is poor health. Okay. So, number 3, pwedeng nagkasakit si mommy, tapos hindi siya nag-breastfeed ng matagal. So, again, walang masyadong demand. So, how do we solve this? Okay. What you need to remember, it's Ellen, everyone who's breastfeeding, ang milk letdown or ang produce ng milk, the more happy you are, the more positive your attitude is, the more milk you have. Okay? Kasi any negative emotion actually decreases the milk letdown. Okay, so ang rule natin, if you're breastfeeding, try to be as positive as possible. Next, eat, eat, eat. Ang dami kasi mga mommies pagkatapos mga anak, ay magpapapayat na ako, hindi na ako kakain. That's the wrong way to go. You have to eat kasi you're breastfeeding. Eh. So, replenish. If I most probably all of the breastfeeding moms will agree with me na after breastfeeding sobra kang gutom eh. So, kumain. Pero wag naman yung sobrang kain. So, eat in moderation but eat enough. Do not eat too little. Tapos drink a lot of water. Okay, and make sure that you're healthy kasi your immune system is in tip-top shape. So, when I say that make sure that your immune system is tip-top shape, eat healthy foods, take the right supplements, take your vitamins. Yeah.
I agree. You know, it's really about taking care of the mother to also take care of the baby.
Exactly.
So we have another question here, Doc. This one's from Gian. He says, hi, Luisa and Doc. Do chafed or bruised nipples affect the milk produced?
Well, indirectly it may, because when you have bruised nipples or you have sore nipples, the tendency is not to breastfeed. I think that's the automatic reaction of of all the mommies. Eh. Ay, masakit, hindi mo na ako magbe-breastfeed. So the actual reason for the decrease in the milk production is not really the sore nipples. It's really more of the decision not to breastfeed first. So, ang gagawin na lang natin, if you have sore nipples, you can actually apply lanolin or any parang cream that may moisturize your nipple. And then find out, kasi baka mali ang positioning, mali ang latching, kaya nagkaka-sore nipple. Kasi usually minsan, mali yung pagka-latch ni baby. So, mali ang pagsak, kaya masakit ang nipple. So find out what the cause of the soreness is, and then try to solve that.
So Doc, here's another question from Maureen. I'll let you take this.
Okay, so breastfeeding po ako for 2 years and 3 months. Pwede po bang uminom ng glutathione? Okay, as much as possible kasi we don't want to, you taking any like whitening products and stuff. Pero kung ano naman, low dose lang naman ng glutathione, it's okay naman, yeah.
Okay. So I have a few questions also, Doc. So does that mean that I cannot take supplements? As I'm not a mother, but does that mean that breastfeeding mothers cannot take supplements?
Oh no! Actually, contrary to what a lot of people think, na parang if you're breastfeeding, don't take anything kasi baka it's not safe and baka you might pass it on through the breast milk. It really depends on the supplements. Kung supplements lang naman, like what you call this vitamins, and then like our acai berry, it's very very safe to take all of these supplements. But again, it's best to actually talk to your OBGYN and to your pediatrician, and then let them know what you're taking, let them know what you want to take, and then have a go signal. Get their go signal pala.
Yes. It's always best to talk to your doctor. But I think I can agree with you. Parang kung natural lang yung supplements, parang siya, just a superfood. Hindi naman siya, hindi naman siya like anything chemical or anything like that. So Doc, what about now in this time of COVID? I think, some people are worried that, baka I came in contact with someone with COVID, I can't breastfeed, or maybe it's not safe for my baby anymore. What do you think?
Okay, up to this point in time kasi, there's really a lot of studies going on pa in trying to find out whether we really pass on the COVID-19 virus through the milk. Now, there are studies that already back into 2020 or last year, studies have shown na hindi pa clear. Now, may mga studies that say na pwede nang i-pass on. May iba namang studies that actually say na hindi pa rin. So, alam mo, medyo mixed pa yung what do you call this, yung data. However, the mothers who are COVID positive need to be counseled about the pros and cons. Now, kasi usually COVID-19 virus, usually ang infants niyan, the risk for infants is very low eh. And if ever they do get the illness, it's typically mild or asymptomatic. So, technically, mas maraming problems pag hindi ka nag-breastfeed compared to nagka-COVID yung baby mo eh. So, mas maraming benefits na makukuha si baby as I've already mentioned kanina, as we've already talked about kami ni Luisa, your breast milk contains antibodies that might actually help you in fighting viruses and bacteria and other illnesses. And the breast milk actually decreases your baby the chance of your baby from developing respiratory diseases. So, a COVID-19 is a respiratory illness. So, mas maraming benefits actually than the risk of getting the virus. So, if you ask me, my stand is breastfeed. Okay. Of course, you still need counseling. Talk to your doctor about it. But for our patients, like ako, I've had patients who are COVID positive, but we encourage rooming in with strict precautions, of course, that the mother should continuously wear a mask every time magbe-breastfeed. Wash your hands, make sure that you're practicing all the important protocols. So ganon. Pero it's okay to latch. It's okay to breastfeed.
Okay. So, Doc, what if the mother who is COVID positive, what if she's taking medicines? Pwede ba siya mag-breastfeed?
Okay. It really depends on the type of medicines. Meron namang mga antibiotics na safe for breastfeeding mothers, and usually naman, more often than not, the medicines that we give as doctors, as obstetrician gynecologists, usually what we give is safe naman for breastfeeding and the baby. So yun. So technically, yeah. But again, pabalik ako dun sa reminder ko na talk to your doctor and then be open with everything that you're taking. Kasi iisa-isahin namin yun eh. Kung ano ang hindi pwede, ano ang pwede. There. So, and then one reminder lang, Luisa, for all the breastfeeding mothers before we continue with the discussion of breastfeeding and COVID-19, you need to remember na ang ini-encourage nating type of breastfeeding is the baby-led latch. So what do I mean by that? You try to be sensitive to the needs of your baby and hindi mo siya ifo-force. Kasi isa pa yung reason para nagde-decrease ang milk eh. Yung pinipilit mo mag-latch pero hindi naman pala gutom si baby. So pareho kayo na si stress. Umiiyak na si baby, ikaw umiiyak ka na rin sa frustration. So baby-led latch. Try to, be aware of the signals that your baby gives. Pag hungry na siya, so nagfi-fidget na yan, nag-open ang mouth, nagro-rooting reflex. So when you touch his or her cheek, pumupunta doon yung, 'di ba? May mga baby sa ganun na kung saan mo tinouch, pupunta doon yung bibig niya. So these are the signs na gutom na siya. Do not wait for your baby to cry. Okay, ibig sabihin pag nag-cry na yan, sobrang gutom na yan. So be aware of the signals of your baby para hindi rin stress.
It's just also getting closer to your baby, parang bonding outside of just breastfeeding.
Exactly.
Okay. So, Doc, we have a question here from Maureen, who says, Doc, pwede po ba kami magpa-COVID vaccine if you are breastfeeding? I'm assuming.
Yes, definitely. We are encouraging that you get the COVID-19 vaccine, whether you're pregnant or you're breastfeeding. Schedule yourself for a vaccination.
I hear, docs, may ibang pasyente kasi who they are pregnant or they are breastfeeding, they're very worried about getting the vaccine, and some people say, oh, my doctor didn't say na pwede ba. So, bakit ganun, Doc? Why would their doctor say na hindi na pwede?
Alright, okay. Kasi the COVID-19 virus is very new. It's just started, this whole thing just started last year. So, in the practice of medicine, we are also evolving. We're trying to learn things, and we're trying to, base our recommendations on the studies that the experts release. So, before, the recommendation was, we only give the vaccine to, if pregnant ang babae, we only give the vaccine for those who are at risk of really acquiring the disease, meaning, example, the frontliners and those who are continuously exposed to people. So, and then just move the vaccine to breastfeeding time, okay, the breastfeeding period. However, recently, the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists released what do you call this? Recommendation saying that we need to protect our mothers, the pregnant women, as well as the breastfeeding women, and they need to actually receive the vaccines. Because the risk of the side effects actually of the vaccines, are very minimal compared to you getting COVID.
I see. So I think that's a good encouragement for all the other breastfeeding mothers out
Mm-mm.
there to really go out and get the vaccine. Wala naman really bad side effects with regards to it. But also, like you were saying, doc, just speak to your doctor also.
Yes, exactly. And then, if they ask, Doc, anong brand? Any brand of the vaccine is okay. However, if you can get Moderna or Pfizer, better.
I think those are faster lang naman also.
Mm-mm,
Kasi for
yes.
example, other brands like Astra, mas tagal yung waiting time in between
Mm,
the doses. Oo.
exactly. Uh-oh.
Okay, so anyways, Doc, moving on to our wellness facts and myths. We had a lot of questions and answer this portion, so let's see how well they were actually paying attention to your earlier discussion. So first of all, our wellness fact and myth is breastfeeding lowers your baby's risk of common childhood illnesses, including ear infections, respiratory infections, gastroenteritis, and necrotizing enterocolitis. Very big words. So mga mga audience, if you can comment in the comment section, one dot fact or one dot myth kung hindi pa totoo yung statement, and then we'll wait for Doc Mitch to give us the real deal here. So we have fact from Venus, we have fact from Gian, and we have fact from Meng. So what do you think, Doc?
Okay. They're all correct. So this is a fact. As I've said earlier, breastfeeding lowers your baby's risk of illnesses like ear infections, respiratory infections, colic, and diarrhea. So, and gastrointestinal problems. So, fact. Very good. Nakinig lahat.
100%. Okay. So our next one. 2. Breastfeeding reduces mama's risk of ovarian and breast cancer, heart disease, and osteoporosis. The longer she breastfeeds, the higher the benefit. So fact ba ito or myth? So comment again, 2.fact or 2.myth. So yung tricky part here, Doc, is I think that there's two statements and it either has to be both true or both false. So
Yeah.
we have from Itself who says fact and Maritel who says fact and Tetsky who says fact. So ano ba yung answer, Doc?
Fact. Ang galing. Ang galing ng audience natin ngayon. They're all listening intently. So it's a fact that breastfeeding actually has very good benefits for mommy. So it decreases your risk for developing ovarian cancer and breast cancer, and it protects you from heart disease and osteoporosis. So it actually, and the benefits get higher as you breastfeed longer.
Wow. So, Doc, just a little side question here. How long should you breastfeed?
Or as long as you can, but the recommendation is 6 months straight, and then push it on to until the first 2 years of life. So yun yung first 1,000 days ni baby. Yun yung pinaka recommended na breastfeeding time, the first 1,000 days. But if you can breastfeed longer, the better, di ba? I have patients who are breastfeeding until 3 or 4 years old na yung mga kids nila. So there, and they claim that it really actually helps a lot in the bonding and the health of both their babies and themselves.
Oh, that's very good to hear. I've heard also of stories now, even up to 9 years old, but those are
Ang
very
sakit na
extreme
nun.
stories. You're holding your baby and it's like a really big
Oh,
bata.
wow.
Oh, okay. So number 3, you have to drink milk to make milk. So, totoo ba ito? So again, comment 3.fact or 3.myth. Okay, so I
Bigla
think this
silang
is a
nag-isip.
very
Tricky question,
anyway,
right?
she didn't talk about this. So myth from Tetsky, myth from Meng, and then myth again from Tetsky. So
Okay.
myth from Aridel. And it's okay. So Doc, what do you think?
Okay, it's a myth, diba? Indirectly, I talked about it actually kasi diba, when I said that, in order to produce milk, you have to have this positive emotions, good health, and everything. So, you don't really have to drink milk, but drinking milk helps improve your immune system, diba? Kasi milk is a very good source of also vitamins and minerals and all the things, and it's very healthy. So, indirectly, it may, but you don't have to eh. Yun yung ano dun eh. Yun yung, what do you call this? Trick dun eh. You have to drink milk eh. So, milk.
Okay, so that's a good tip for everyone. Hindi naman kailangan yung milk.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so statement number 4 is you can't breastfeed if the size and shape of your nipples is not perfect. So parang it doesn't match maybe siguro baby's mouth. So let's see what our audience says. Again, comment again, 4.fact or 4.myth. So myth from Venus. And this is for number 3. That's from Irma, myth. She was right on that. And then myth from itself. So what do you think, Doc?
Okay, it's true, it's a myth kasi any shape and size of the nipple naman doesn't have to be perfect, okay? You just have to produce milk there. So, pwede ka mag-breastfeed, no? It doesn't really matter if it's, it doesn't look as perfect as the nipples of the artists, diba? As long as you produce milk, you can breastfeed.
So all breasts are best.
Yes,
In other words.
exactly.
Yes, every mommy is a good mommy. So number 5. Number 5, you should not breastfeed if you are taking antibiotics. So I think we discussed this briefly, Doc, but let's see if they were listening.
Yeah.
So comment again, 5.fact or 5.myth. So we have here myth from Shah. We have here fact from itself. And we have here myth from Marida. So mixed answers, Doc. So what do you think?
So actually, again, it as I've said kanina, it really depends on the types of medicines that we take. Antibiotics, there are antibiotics that are safe. So, and there are antibiotics that we cannot take during breastfeeding. So, but technically, sabi nga namin, most of the time, the antibiotics that we give are pretty safe for both the mommy and the baby. So, yun din. Medyo malabo din yung answer dito eh. So, it really depends on the type of antibiotics. So, pareho naman sila tama, di ba? Kaya nga siguro mixed ang answer.
And I think that's a good sign our audience was listening very, very well. So, Doc, I just wanted to say thank you again for bringing us here together to talk about breastfeeding and increase breastfeeding awareness during this month. But do you have any takeaways for us with regards to breastfeeding?
All right, as I've said at the start of the show, breastfeeding is always best for baby. So whatever your whatever situation you're in, if you have fears, talk to your doctor about it. But do not make a or do not even think twice about breastfeeding. So breastfeed your babies if you can, when you can, and wherever you can. So that's it. I hope you stay safe, huh? Stay safe, everyone.
Yeah, stay safe, everyone, especially during ECQ, which is coming up. Ikaw din, Doc. I hope you take care and you stay safe there.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ingat. Okay, so thank you for paying attention and watching our Breastfeeding Awareness Month episode. So I'm very happy na I saw the audience was really participating and obviously very active listeners kayo when it comes to breastfeeding and being on top of your health as a mother and also your child's health. Now, coming into this ECQ, I hope that ngayon may chance ka for breastfeeding, may chance kayo to really bond with your babies. Even if it's a bit stressful, try not to stress too much. Happy mommy makes more milk, right? So, anyways, that brings us to the end of today's episode, and I just want to invite you guys to check out Alani over on Facebook. So if you check out Alani PH here on Facebook, they are official direct selling platform. They if you want to try out yung Organique Acai products namin, you can reach out one of the Alani resellers or become a reseller yourself. So if you have tried our products and you love it, we invite you to become one of them. Reminding you again to share the health and spread the wealth. Now, we are also available on Laika. You can join us here on our Laika community. We can talk, chat, and really listen in more about yung Organique Acai products and what about the benefits and my questions ba kayo regarding that we can still answer. And then if you still have any questions, our customer service numbers are down below for you to reach out, as well as our websites. We are also available on Zalora, so you can try us out sa Zalora if hindi kayo sa Alani and sa Laika. And then we are also on Picaroo. So Picaroo just celebrated their first year anniversary, and we're so happy to be part of that team, especially in their first year. Now, coming up is our 8/8 sale. So on Last Mall, we're available on Last Mall. You can check us out for 15% off. So again, kung hindi kayo sa Olani or sa Zalora or Picaroo or Laika, may Last Mall kami. So there's really, we're really just trying to get to you guys so that you can try out yung Organique Acai products. Yes, it will still be delivering even if it's ECQ. Now, just to announce that the answer for today's game is milk. Now, and I guess, with the breastfeeding, that was a very obvious answer. But let's see who won here. So let's announce today's winners, and a drum roll for that. Dun, dun, dun. So our winners, number one, we have here si Maine Arishaga, Magana, we have Shah, Villagracia, we have Eric Del Pilar, we have Maria Del Marino, Imperial, and we have Venus Havner. Now, I'm happy to see some of the people here are also the ones who were commenting. So congratulations to our winners today, and I hope you can try out yung Organique Acai products namin, and I hope you enjoy them and like them and share them on Facebook if you are trying them out. We'll happily repost you and whatnot. You can also go to our website, visit us on our website, www.organique.com.ph, and we're also available on Lazada, Shopee, and Beauty Manila, as well as Mercury Drug and all leading drugstores nationwide. So thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Wellness Wednesday, and I hope you guys all stay safe and take care, especially during this month and coming into ECQ. Thank you, Ingat.
Wellness Wednesdays with Organique. We care because you matter.